Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Fitz-PSG. You're joining me here on episode 10 of the Let's Play series on Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice. I want to thank everyone for watching the first 9 videos. I do appreciate the support, so if you're liking everything so far, make sure to like, subscribe, share it out to your friends, give them a heads up that the series is out there. Everything does help. So we're going to press on from where we came from. We came through the door in the last episode after completing the puzzle. So we're going to try to move forward here and try to reach the boss. I don't know how many more doors we're going to have to go through, but I'm going to assume we're probably going to have more of those same door puzzles. Each one of the previous bosses seem to have at least a few puzzles beforehand.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I couldn't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace.
It's funny because the person up there kind of looks like us.
Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
We didn't do too well against that. Let's see where we actually end up. It looks like I did get an achievement unlocked there. That was kind of cool.
She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you. Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on. There.
So,
Go on. And you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined. Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. What's happening? Go towards it.
Okay, so that was a lot to take in what just happened, and I really feel like her descent into madness is really multiplying as we play this game. I have a feeling the ending's going to be pretty crazy, because it's pretty hard to tell what's real and what's not in this game. She seems almost Mad Hatter-esque. The last game I played that really messed with my mind this much would be way back in the day on Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. If any of you have played that, that game was extremely freaky. The original Fear is another one that's similar to this. But overall, I'd say everything about this game has been pretty top-notch.
It's ticking. He's gone. You were too slow.
The music is great, the visuals are really good looking. I do have to turn it down a little bit on my PC because my video card unfortunately is not the greatest. It looks like my CPU is way overkill for what I'm playing here right now. It looks like it's using 3% of my CPU, but the graphics started running a little poorly. I'd love to crank this up to a very high and extreme and see how it looks.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own.
It looks like we're supposed to go forward. I want to see if there's any runes anywhere over here or anything like that.
Out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world.
Don't see
Like this
anything.
one. Barren.
There's not any hidden faces or anything, is there?
You're getting stronger.
No. Okay. It was kind of creepy hearing her do that deep voice that you originally thought was from somebody else, but I guess it's another one of her voices inside of her head. It's hard to tell. I'd be really curious. This game seems like one that'd be really fun to replay. Once you know exactly what happens, it might be cool to go back and maybe look for clues. Might be kind of like Fight Club, where once you know the ending, you can go back and it makes more sense. I think I found another face.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away, because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
Okay, so that was the third face that we have found. I don't know exactly what they're meant for. I think there's probably going to be a trophy or an achievement of some sort if maybe you get them all. Because I'm not really getting much of a story from it.
It's already decided. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in yours. It's the truth.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there.
A song play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, eyes. He moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt.
I'll tell you what, the cliffs and the little ropes remind me of the game Firewatch. If none of you guys have played that, very good game. Highly disappointing ending, but other than that, very good game. Okay, we got another rune here that we can get.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out in Sigmund's touch.
Looks like up here we've got another door that we're going to have to unlock with the puzzles like before. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, another room.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs
So
for
that was
mercy.
not the way that I was
and
supposed to
implores
go,
the king to
apparently,
chain
but at
him up
least we
and
found a
stop.
rune.
He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death.
So we have to figure out how to
Chained
get
to a
up
tree in the
there.
forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, rattles, night.
Is this going to be like another one of those puzzles where we've got to look at something and like a stairway forms again? Or what's this? There's a hole over here. Let's see what this
The
is.
she-wolf appears again.
Anything?
You'll never guess what happens.
Okay, nothing. Just environmental piece. I guess let's go up here and make sure that I didn't miss anything. It is possible. Okay, yeah, I completely missed the steps. I just walked right past them when I did that. Okay, so let's go ahead up here. Okay. That looks more like it's going to be a boss door and not a door that has a code, but I mean, I could be wrong. There's nothing popped up that I'm supposed to look for, so let me see if anything pops up if I try it again. Okay, nothing. So let's go back here, see if there's something we need to do, possibly. Looks like, reminds me of Dear Esther. It's another cheap game that I recommend playing if you have not. I did see the original concept, how it was like a map and they turned it into a game. That was really interesting. It's interesting how they were able to make an entire story of just like a general area that actually made sense, but okay, so the door doesn't open. If I touch it, it doesn't give me any letters. I don't see anything flying by, so what are we missing, guys? Is there something like, do we have to go around? I'm not seeing any other paths. I thought it was going to be just we needed to fight, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We got the rune. The music changed a little bit. Is it just the environment? Okay, let's go back down, see what we can find. I haven't seen any... Oh, I wasn't over here yet. It's like a ship graveyard. I think I'm on to something. I don't know if that's the final boss's door. We gotta kind of work our way back to that then. Let's see, anything hidden? I feel like these little crevices are the perfect places for hidden items. Might as well just check a little bit since it's not too much out of the way. We're on the other side of the boat now. Another room.
As the she-wolf licks the
Okay,
sweet
so
honey
that was
from
worth our
Sigmund's
time.
face, he bites the wolf's tongue.
Hopefully you
The
guys
she-wolf
don't
pulls
mind
away,
me
but Sigmund
roaming
holds on.
around a
The
little
chains
bit.
break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like a hidden foe. His enemy, King Sigurd, believed him dead.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Is that another room?
Sigmund's sister trades
Okay.
shields with sorcerers.
There's a lot of them hidden in
and
here.
scouts.
Makes me wonder how many
She
there are
aligns
total.
with her own brother. She gives
Oh
birth
good,
to
we
a
were going the
son
right way because there's a
Sigurd.
spirit.
After a time, she says,
After I finish with this episode, I want to go on YouTube. I saw the Mario Odyssey treehouse was today. I know it's a completely different genre, but they're going to announce some more information for that, and I'm sure going to be getting that game.
It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss?
This looks beautiful.
If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it,
I have not
just
tried...
like he does.
Oh, I'll let her talk. I've not tried to do any recording on the Switch yet or even hook it up to a PC, so I'm hoping the Elgato just sees it like normal, so that way I can record footage for that type of game as well for you. I do have games like Splatoon and everything like that. I know there are some big titles coming out that people are going to be interested in, so I want to make sure that I can record on all my consoles and PC.
What's your name?
I'm thinking this is where the first place was that she ever met him.
I haven't seen you before.
She's living out her memories.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
It's like a forbidden love.
No one.
Lifetime edition.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me?
It's not creepy. She's stalking
You should
him,
become a
guys.
warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dilly. I'm here for the warrior trials. Come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Is that you?
I apologize that this episode's pretty cutscene heavy.
I'll find you, man. I promise.
It almost feels as though we're living out her memories. Like all these places we're going to are just memories, but like evil versions of her memories is what I'm feeling.
Lives here. You won't survive.
Speaking of like creepy, since this game is kind of a little twisted,
Maybe it's a
I don't know if anyone else here has watched Stranger Things or not, but
By the tree.
I just finished that series and that was fantastic. I thought maybe that would be something. The creepy vibe. This, how it was just like really nice and then really, really crappy. It makes me feel almost like the Upside Down world. Let's go ahead and get this rune over here.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive.
So every one of the runes has the letters on here that we've been kind of getting throughout. So at least they kind of have a meaning.
Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is
Is there
Sigmund's
anything more?
sword.
Oh, I see another
the
rune
gift
over
of
there.
Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to
What
Sigurd's
else
home.
over there?
The king burns to death.
So I was wrong in the beginning. I thought
And
the
here was the end of Sigmund's
the
story.
red was what we had, what we
He
needed.
was
So I
a
think the
fierce and
white
great
is what we
warrior
actually
who fought many
have,
battles.
and then
One day,
the red is what
An
we
old
need
man
yet.
came
So
onto the battlefield.
I'm
Although
guessing
shadowed by
we
a
have
hood,
about half
Sigmund
of them.
saw that he only had one eye.
So we missed quite a
The man
few from the
raised his
beginning of the
spear,
game.
and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin.
At least it looks like this loops up and around to where we were actually supposed to go. So that's pretty cool that I didn't have to backtrack the whole way unless that was the only path. Yeah, it's going to the mystical tree. It's like Ocarina of Time going into the giant Duca tree. I'm gonna take a new sword
Take it.
to replace my broken one.
Take it left for you. Take it. Take it. It's coming from there. And there. What are they? Look, where's it coming from? She's started sniffing.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard?
Okay, so it looks as though we're gonna have 3 trials, so 1, 2, and 3. After we do each one of those trials, I'm assuming we get a piece, and then we'll be able to go ahead and get the weapon, which, if we have the weapon that we need in order to kill gods, I would think then that would be the weapon we need in order to kill the final boss. So there's probably, once we complete those quests, we're probably about 75% done, I would think. So I'm going to call it a video here, and we will start trial 1. Next video, depending on how long each trial is, we might try to get all 3 of them in one video. If not, we might have to split it up here a little bit. But we'll end episode 10 here. Let me know if you liked it. Go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you're liking so far, what you're not. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next episode.